doing good. So today I want to tell you about the multiple choice. So I want us to learn about the multiple choice. I want us to understand what is a multiple choice and how to deal with them. I want you to study the practice strategy with which you're going to answer to the multiple choice. And then we are going to practice a little bit together. So, let me tell you a little bit more about multiple choice questions. Personally, for me, I think the multiple choice is the easiest question that you will be able to see in the IELTS listening. Well, at least because has options to choose from, because you have some variants to choose from. But there are three different types of the multiple choice questions. First of all, it's a short question. You know the short question: what, when, where, who, why, and etc. The second one, sentence completion. Sentence completion means that there is a sentence and there is some words missing in the sentence, and then there is options that you need to choose from in order to fill the blank in the sentence. And then there is a matching picture. The matching pictures is the rarest type of the multiple choice questions that you will have. However, you need to know that there are some. Okay, let's go. Tips. I will go very quickly on them because the strategy is more or less the same. So, first of all, do not check your answer from the previous section. When you have a break, it means when the tape will tell, now you have a 30 seconds or now you have a half a minute in order to check your answers and then proceed to the following section. No, do not do that. If you see that the following questions are the multiple choice questions, go and study the multiple questions that you have. Because at the end of the exam, you will have some time to transfer your answers or to check your answers one more time. But you will have no time to check the questions. So, my advice, do not check the answers from the previous questions. Go and check the new questions. The second, highlight the words. Highlight the words, keywords. It means that some words cannot be changed to any of the synonyms. For example, GDP, gross domestic product. It's economical term. Everybody knows this economical term and use that. And it cannot be changed with any other synonym. Because this is a term, such as disease, AIDS. This is bad. Disease. However, we all know anything about the AIDS. Some things about the AIDS. This is well known. Everybody used this term of AIDS. And the third one, there is no other synonym that you can change for the AIDS. Okay, so keywords in different options. So you don't have to check the keywords in the question. Go and check the keywords in the options that you have. It means that there are some items that differentiate A from B from C. You have to be able to identify that. Then, 4. Don't write the first answer you will hear, because the tape wants to confuse you. They will usually say, oh no, I do that, but wait a second, I used to do that, and then I changed the third one, but now I'm doing A. It means that you have to follow the tape and do not choose the first one, but you can use your notes, and if you think that some questions in here, as I telling you that, if you think that this question, the right answer for this question is A, tick it but do not choose it until the end. Then, don't spend too much time on the question. The tape will go on and on and on and on. It will not wait until you finish with this question. So, if you see that you missed question 2, but right now the tape is talking about question 3 or 4, go to them. Do not lose your mind on the question number 2 that you have missed. You have a chance to miss all of the following up questions and mess with your IELTS score even more. You can go back to the 2, and because you have heard all of the text, you will understand what the right answer to that is. Or you will just guess, but do not lose that time. Do not lose that momentum. 5. Don't be careful with if you hear the words but, like, or however. They're usually using you to confuse you. Do not follow that confusion. Do not get into that confusion. Practice make perfect. It makes with all of the questions. It is considered to be one of the most effective practice. This is the most effective advice that you will hear. Practice will get you the perfect score that you want. Your answer will be often a letter, not a word. In the multiple choice, be aware that you need to write not the answer, but the letter, especially if you're using the paper-based IELTS. In the computer-based, it is much less complicated. It is less complicated because you have to tick it. You have to choose one of that. But in the paper-based IELTS, if you are passing that one, please be sure that you're writing a letter, not the full answer. So now let's go to the strategies that you will have. And we will use that strategy in the questions that in the practice that I prepared for this video lesson for us. Read the instructions carefully. Let's go to the page 4 and see. Instruction. Choose the correct letter A, B, or C. There is no, it's not more than one answer. It means only A, only B, or only C is correct. It cannot be A, B, B, C, or A, C. It's only one letter. Read the questions and identify what is actually being asked. Let's go. In America, dewatered streams. Okay, this is not the short question. This is the sentence completion multiple choice. It means that here it should be some words, but there are no. And it means that we need to put one of these words into here. Okay. Look at the different options and underline the question. Quite common. I think the word common is very unique. They are very hard to find any synonym for that. So, common. Provide a habitat for a wild variety of life. Usually the wild life can be keyword in here and no longer exist. Well, usually it is by itself a very keyword. Think of synonym and paraphrases you might hear. So in the audio, it will not say, in America, dewatered system, and then the right answer. They usually change that into the different sentence. However, we are 100% sure that we are talking about America only. Next one is predict the answer. Let's go into predict that. How do you think? So let's see, dewater, it means that in the streams, in the small rivers, there is no water anymore. It is just a hollow place. So, how do you think? Is it very common? Does it provide a habitat for a wild variety of life, or it does not longer exist? My personal opinion, not this one. This one, maybe. And I'm more sure that this is this one. Oh my god, I'm sorry for my drawing. Okay. So I am more sure that this is A, not the B, but the B also can be. Then, don't write the first. This is what I'm talking. I'm thinking this is A, but I'm not very sure, so I'm just ticking it. If you think the answer is correct, put the tick inside, beside. We have done that. Don't spend the time than it is necessary. Okay, so let's listen to the audio that we have. You ready? I hope so.
This is a river. This is a stream. This is a river. This is happening all over the country. There are tens of thousands of miles of dewatered streams in the United States. On this map, the colored areas represent water conflicts. Similar problems are emerging in the East as well. The reasons vary state to state, but mostly in the details. There are 4,000 miles.
So, from what we have heard, I'm more than sure that the right answer is A. This is very common in America. Everywhere it is. So, let's go and see the second question together. In Montana, in the late 18s, sorry. In Montana, in late 1800s, it means that it is 1860, 70, 1890, and etc. So, Montana, I think this is a very rare because they are mentioning the correct, the right area that they're talking about. And late 80s. This is the correct, this is exact point of time. So let's see the options. Water was scarce. In Montana, in the late 80s, the water was scarce. Sorry, my dyslexia is playing weird games with me today. Scarce for the earliest settlers. Let's see what scarce means. Scarce means that there was not enough of that. Insufficient for the demand. It means that the demand is getting more higher than the resource by itself. So, in Montana in the late 80s, the water was scarce for the earliest settlers. But B, there was initially plenty of water and the most streams had already been dewatered. So, option A and C are very similar to each other. It means that there was a little water for the demand that they were having in the late 1800s. Or C, the most streams had been already dewatered. They were experienced already that some streams had been dewatered, that there was no water in some rivers already. And B, there was initially plenty of water. There were a lot of water. So A and C are telling that there was no water, and B is telling that there was a lot of water. The difference between A and C is telling C, there were a lot of area already without any water, and A is just telling there was small water, but there was. Let's listen.
Of dewatered streams in Montana alone. They would ordinarily support fish and other wildlife,